Welcome back to Beat the Bookie, the weekly show. We bring you on the upper tier over there on YouTube. Head over there and smash that subscribe and bell notification button. This is the show we bring you where we deliver our picks and tips for all the weekend Premier League action. And we also try and win a few bob for a nominated charity each week. Still struggling to get there, but we have come pretty close a few times, no doubt about it. Joining me as always, the man with the crystal ball, Mystic Mac, the Dazzler himself, the DJ, hitting me up again today, pumping the tunes.
We've hit every crossbar imaginable so far, pal. We really have.
Some weeks we've hit all two and three.
I can feel it this week. I can feel it. We're gonna give somebody a winner tonight. Make sure you're listening. Make sure you like and make sure you subscribe.
Absolutely. Where do we begin? Here's the fixtures. Well, I run down the fixtures for everyone. So you've got Man United versus Southampton, the early kickoff on Saturday. So if you're going to hit that, going home from work today on Friday, you need to go and have a few points, pick up your coupons and do your bets early because you ain't going to make Saturday 12:30. Brentford versus Crystal Palace. As we know, Chelsea versus Arsenal is postponed. Chelsea are away on duty at the FIFA World Club Cup. I always try to get that all correct. Everton versus Leeds. Yeah.
It's a tangle twister.
Listen, if you've seen the preview we did for it, some of the names of the teams, I just about got them home and host. Watford versus Brighton, Norwich versus Man City, and then we went to Sunday, Burnley versus Liverpool, Newcastle versus Aston Villa, Tottenham versus Wolves, and Leicester versus West Ham. That's an absolutely brilliant stacked Sunday of football, isn't it, when you think about it, looking at some really great
fixtures. It's a pretty good weekend of football, I have to be honest. I like the matchups that the old generator has given us this week, so I have to say.
Yeah, certainly in terms of that top four race, there's a lot of influential matches there, you know, especially when United playing first, they have a chance to lay down a marker as well. Let's get into the picks here. Looking at it this week, this was a tough one for me as well, because there's a lot of matches out there that are kind of competitive, teams that you would think would normally win, but not showing some form. Teams that are well matched. So it was a tough one. So I started off with the Saturday Aka. And I went with all to draw. And I went with United Southampton, Brentford Palace, and Everton Leeds, all to draw 40-1.
Okay.
It's not a bad bet on the face of it, I think. I think you had mentioned
it's not, and there's some decent value involved, you know, so we like a bit of value.
Yeah, I didn't go for a knacker this week where I'm picking winners because I couldn't find a lot of value in it, so there was no point really. As will be shown here in one of your favourite bets, our Saturday both teams to score: United Southampton, Everton Leeds, and Brentford Palace. So the same again, both teams to score. Only 4-1. Tough bet. Like,
yeah,
you know, so not absolutely much value. I went for another one of your favourites as well, over 2.5 goals. So I went for Norwich.
For myself.
Did you? Well, let's see if they match up similar anyway. So I went for Norwich and City. I went for Burnley and Liverpool. I went for Newcastle and Villa. And I went for Leicester and West Ham. Only 5-1. Again, not a great bet.
I'm going to come in on that one.
Come on then, give us your one.
I think I can better yours. Yeah, because I have 4 selections as well.
Okay.
My 4 selections come in at 9-1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, give us your 4.
I have Leicester and West Ham.
Yeah.
I have Everton and Leeds.
Okay.
I have Newcastle and Villa.
Yeah.
And I have Spurs and Wolves.
Okay. Interesting.
Over 2.5, so we need 3 goals in each of those games. Doesn't matter who gets them. 3 goals in each game. 9-1. That is my first one for the weekend. I think that's a tidy bet, and a little tenner will give you a nice round €100 note, one of the green ones. I can smell the money.
Not too bad at all. I picked out an anytime goal scorer one, and this is the one I'm going to go for our charity bet this week.
Okay.
So I went for anytime goal scorers. Of course, the Egyptian King is back from the AFCON. Absolutely butchered Leicester tonight and should have probably had a hat-trick, but was very unlucky. Mo Salah.
He came back without the AFCON, though. Just checking on that one, yeah?
He did come back without the AFCON, but he came back as a fired-up Mo Salah and wanted and insisted on playing. Wanted to be back in the side straight away to put behind the disappointment of the AFCON.
And Sadio, I believe, was still having a kip.
Sadio was still on the bus going around Dakar or whatever it was, partying still with, what's the boy, Cisse, the manager?
Yeah, Aliou Cisse.
Yeah.
With our boy Akon playing the tunes. Oh, quality, man.
Mad. I also have Raheem Sterling. Recently, he's been winning a couple of penalties for them and he's been setting up a couple of goals, but I think he's due one this weekend and no better place to get one than at Norwich. I went with Harry Kane to pick off one against Wolves, isn't it? They're playing Wolves, yeah. I went with Mikel Antonio, West Ham against Leicester. He could absolutely have a field day there, the way that defence is going. That back line midfield, I should say. And I went with one that you'll probably agree with, even though you might not like it. Our boy James Ward-Prowse to pick up one off a set piece, maybe, against United.
So have you gone with 5 anytime scorers there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Jesus, you're hopeful, man.
28-1. Not even a great price.
That's a woeful price for 5 anytime goal scorers.
It is. But I would have a vested interest in a few of them, you know. So
you might do, yeah. There's a little, yeah. Those rose tinted glasses might be on when you have them. But sure, listen.
I haven't got one up yet, so
we can roll with that.
Yeah. I did a handicap bet as well, which I think is probably the best value at the weekend. I did Liverpool -1, Man City -2, which I know you'll find is a tough one against Norwich. And I did West Ham -1 against Leicester. Leicester leaking goals at the moment. 18-1.
It's not a bad bet, is it? The only thing I didn't realise was Liverpool are actually away at Burnley, not home.
That's right, yeah. They're at Turf Moor, yeah.
Yeah, so that makes things a little bit more difficult, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
On that cabbage patch we like to call Turf Moor.
Yeah.
-1, City -2, West Ham -1. Yeah, 18-1. It's all right value, but I'd want a bit more.
Yeah. It's tough, tough to come by, though. Go on.
Know what I would want?
I'm going to drop a clanger here now, aren't you? Go on.
I'd want 80-1. That's what I'd want, right?
Go on.
And you know what I'd want for 80-1? I'd want both teams to score, yeah? And I'd want Villa to beat Newcastle.
Yeah.
United to beat Southampton. And Palace to beat Brentford. 80-1 is a treble.
It's a good bet. It's a very good bet. Tell you, you did well there, because I was struggling to find odds now, but I was torn between my head and my heart at times on this, you know.
Villa and Palace away from home make the price for me, you know. Villa are 7-2 result in both teams to score. Palace are 5-1 result in both teams to score away at Brentford, and United at home are just a shade better than 2-1. All that together is 80-1. That is where my money will be going this weekend, on that result on both teams to score bet.
Might be a nice little bet for a patent, even, because you might get a nice double out of it, even if one lets you down. You know, maybe that, instead of just going for the straight up treble. I know the big money and stuff like that, but a patent in there where you have a couple of doubles on the treble.
I'm going for that big payday, man. That big money.
Awesome.
That green. Yeah.
Well, our resident referee, Mark, sent in his bets, as he always does.
On the back of a yellow card.
On the back of a red card this week, no doubt, because when I tell you his goal scorers, his first one, definitely on the back of a red card, not a yellow card. But I'll give him his Man United bet first. His Man United bet he sent in was United to win 2-1, which would be perfect for your bet. And Bruno to score anytime.
I reckon United to win 2-1. It's probably about 6-1. Bruno anytime, even. I reckon about 12.
36-1.
That's a big price, isn't it?
It is a big price. It is a big price. Absolutely. But if you look at the form guide at the moment, when United have given a goal away, they haven't necessarily gone on to win.
Getting
They've
two
struggled in that second. Yeah, absolutely. Now, speaking of red cards, he sent in his anytime goal scorer, which comes in at 28-1. This will be an interesting one. I think out of the three, me and you had a deep conversation one night about one of them. The boy at Everton, Richarlison, he has in there. Straight away, I'm taking the bets down. Straight away. Don't bother putting your money on it. Change it to a double straight away and take him out of it. He'll probably bang a hat-trick this weekend now to prove me wrong. He has the boy Conor Gallagher in there, who we spoke about on the preview show that dropped on the network there. If you want to check it out, Darren reckons he could be a man that should be taking the penalties at Christmas Palace, and it's hard to disagree. And at Brighton, he loves those teams on the seaside, doesn't he, Mark? He loves those teams on the seaside. Trossard to score any time.
Okay.
28-1.
There's nothing wrong with it. Like, it's doable. It's fairly doable.
If Richarlison's in the bet, it should be 128-1.
You're not a fan of our boy Richarlison, are you?
No, he's stealing the living, he is. He's no more a footballer than the man on the moon.
Oh, God, that's harsh now, I have to say. I like the boy. I think he's got a little bit about him. I like him, I have to say. Big fan of his.
His reputation precedes him. That's
Brazilian international.
That's Mark's two bets. I didn't get in any bets from the boys either. Ted didn't send in any, or Greg, or Dano's a bit caught up at the moment. He didn't get a chance to send in any. Did you say anything else? Anything else out there, value wise, or goal scorers or anything like that? Anything jump to mind?
Nothing that kind of jumped out at me. Now listen, come Saturday afternoon, I will have my championship bets as well, because I do like the championship. There's a lot of value can be had in the championship, but the championship always throws up a couple of strange results every weekend. If you know they're going to happen, all you've got to do is pick where they're going to happen. You know what I mean? I like the L Championship for a bet. You can really do well with odds and stuff like that, you know?
Tough one to get up, though. Tough one. You have to be in tune with the championship, don't you, to get a bet up in it?
Yeah, I do. You know, I would keep abreast, let's say, with what's going on in the championship, you know?
Just one, yeah?
Just the one, yeah. But I definitely keep abreast of. So what's going on in that championship? You need to, you know, because things change. It's very fast paced in there. Somebody's on loan. Next week he's gone back to his parent club. All of a sudden they're down one of their best players, and you're going, Jesus, what happened there? So you've really got to be because the windows are different in the championship as well. Don't forget, there's a loan window as well, and there's all these other little nuances that don't happen in the Premier League. So you've got to you've really got to keep an eye on things, you know. But
maybe what we should do on Saturday then, when you bang your bets in on Saturday, maybe post them up in the comments of Beat the Bookie on the Saturday.
Absolutely.
Would you put them up there? Because it'd be interesting. I'm sure a lot of our viewers there would like to take a look, because I know you've hit the bar a few times in the last month or two for big money. I've had two nice winners. I picked up about 1,200 quid in two separate bets, and I've hit the crossbar for about another 5 or 6 grand. Yeah,
on a couple of occasions.
This is a good time of the year to land as well. This is when people are booking holidays. And believe me, folks, when we're talking big money here, we're talking the difference between you going to Santa Ponza and you going to the Seychelles with this type of money. So that's the difference. So, but as always, listen, it's a pleasure doing the show. Always brilliant to have you on. These are always fun shows, of course. We would always say to people as well, always gamble responsibly. Don't be gambling with money you can ill afford to lose. At the end of the day, it's always just fun.
It's always fun until somebody kicks their cat. And then shit goes down.
Then shit goes down big time.
Don't be a Kurt Zuma. Don't kick your cat. It's not cool.
Don't be that
good. And it's not cool for cats.
Also, if one of your teams lets you down in your accumulator, don't put your fist through the TV either.
Definitely don't do that. Especially not if you're in your mother's house. It won't go down well. No. Especially if you can't watch Catchphrase on a Saturday evening at 6:30 with Stephen Mulhern.
Or Bullseye on the Sunday evening, and then go row.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, listen, as always, head over to YouTube, the upper tier. We bring you this Beat the Bookie show every single week. Of course, drop your picks down in the comments. Let us know. You can email them in. Anytime you want to email your picks in, if you want them featured on the show, just let us know who you were and where you are from, and let us know what your picks are. And we will feature it on the show here and give you a shout out, of course. And keep an eye out as well. We have some lovely merchandise coming this week. We've got in some nice t-shirts and some nice snapback caps, and we might be giving a few of them away in the next week or so as well. So it's well worth you sending in your picks. Who knows, you might be on the receiving end. You can see over my shoulder right there now, one of the shirts and one of the caps. The picture doesn't do it justice, but they look the business, my friend. Till next time.
Take it easy, brother bear.
Talk to you soon.